Hi, my name is Vinay and I'm a rising sophomore at Lynwood High School. My project is the 3D printed bionic hand. And so my first milestone is finishing the 4 big fingers. And so these 4 big fingers are controlled by the 2 Adafruit motor shields that are here that are connected to the 4 DC motors that each one powers a finger. And so this is controlled by the analog.write function, which has a PWM, which is pulse width modulation. And by controlling the amount of values from 0 to 255, I can control the speed. So 0 would be stopping the motor, and 255 would be full speed, and in the middle would be like flickering and turning the motor on and off, so we get medium speed. And so a spool is connected directly to the motor, and so on either side of the spool there's a string, and the string goes to 2 ball bearings, one for the bottom of the finger and one for the top of the finger. So when the spool spins, it pulls string on one side and releases string on the other, causing the finger to bend and release back to its original state. So some problems I had with this were, the very first problem was getting the pieces to fit together. Even though they were 3D printed to go together, I still had to do a lot of sanding and making them fit with the dowel pins and the ball bearings. Second major problem I had was getting the motor controllers to work, because this is my first time doing stacking, and so the first motor controller that I got didn't have the stacking feature, and then I learned about the I2C bus, which allows you to change the address on each of the boards, so you can communicate to them separately. And then I also learned about jumper pins, because I short-circuited one of the boards. And so after I learned all of that, I learned all about how to control these 2 boards that will give me access to 8 DC motors and 3 servo motors. And so the last problem I had was getting the right ball bearings for these. So the instructions I called for groove ball bearings, which allow the string to slide in it with a groove so it doesn't allow it to slip off. But what I had, and I wasn't able to get those because of logistical reasons, so I had to stick with the flat ball bearings which I had. And so I 3D printed guide rails on the side of each of the ball bearings to keep the string in place. And these are a good temporary solution. And what I'm working on right now is a 3D printed ball bearing, which is in blue right here. And this works similarly, but with a smaller dowel pin, so it can still spin and get the same motion as a ball bearing. And so that's what I'm working on now. Now I'll show you a demonstration of the fingers. So yeah, those are the 4 fingers. So my next step is to finish the thumb and get the hand assembled. Thank you.